So what kind of they will say my behind?
What have they said about you?
Yeah.
They have said bad things about you.
Welcome back to Phil Pulse, another 90-day fiancé recap. Let's talk season 12, episode 16. We are near the end. And around this time, things slow down a lot, and I kind of didn't want to watch this episode tonight because I was really getting into Love Island UK. And no, I am not going to cover it. Let me just watch something in peace, okay? And not have to take notes. It's really nice when I get to do that. But it's a pretty good season so far, and I was getting really into it, and then I was like, oh crap, I have to watch 90 Day Fiancé. But it was an okay episode. Let's start with Mallerie and Rasheed. So remember in the last episode, Mallerie compromised with Rasheed and said as long as he doesn't bring up or pressure her about having a baby within the next 2 years after they get married, then she will not have him sign a prenup. Now, would I have done that? No. But it's her life. It's her marriage. As long as she's happy, whatever. It is the day of the bachelorette and bachelor party. The guys are taking Rasheed to a strip club. Mallerie tells them to have fun. You know, some of the women on this show could never do that. Yeah, I am excited. You're going to strip club. Big, small. Big, small, all the above. Big girls, little girls, no teeth. You know you never know in Alabama. Raj has never been to one. So she kind of lets him know what to expect, that there's going to be lots of stuff jiggling in his face, and he kind of looks excited. I mean, can't blame him, right? He has a Turkish friend who he met in Greece who eventually moved to New Jersey, and that friend visits him for the bachelor party, and he brought baklava, and Rashi is so relieved to have some familiarity with him. I am so happy because music, he will understand my culture, and I am not alone here. So the party bus arrives. Everyone meets Rasheed's friend, and they all get on the bus. The first stop is a strip club. The guys get off the bus. They head into the strip club, and Brandon kind of takes charge, and he sits Rasheed right in front of the stage and tells him to throw dollar bills at them. Meanwhile, Brandon goes to the bar, sees one of the dancers, and asks her to give Rash a personal dance. So they put up a chair on the stage and bring Rash up, and he's sitting on the chair on the stage, and the dancers are dancing. They are dancing. They are twerking on him. Another one joins, and then another one joins, and it's a party. Now I'm looking down to type my notes, and then I look up, and he's on the stripper pole, and he's twirling around, and he's having a great old time. But I guess he twirled around too much. He started getting dizzy. He had to sit down, and then he starts to throw some ones, and he starts talking to the strippers and the dancers, and he's like, oh wow, you look like a cat when you do that. Laughter. I like your turtle. He says, pay me. Pay me. All right. He gives this experience a 9 out of 10. This is my first strip club. Why the music? You lying? Very good fun. I like it. Now, let's see what Mallerie and the girls are up to. They are at like an outdoors bar that has motorcycles, and Mallerie gets so excited about one of the bikes. She gets on it, she revs the engine, and she's loving it. Then they sit down to drink some more and have a chat. She tells her girlfriends that she and Rasheed ended up compromising about the prenup. As long as he doesn't pressure her about having kids in the next 2 years, then no prenup. Give me 2 to 3 years. We can come back to the baby subject, and then I'll get rid of the prenup. Okay. We learn her mom and her sister are coming to the wedding, but her dad will not be coming. My dad's not coming to our wedding just because music. He's a Muslim. Now, Mallory's not really surprised because her dad's been a piece of for a really long time. He's not been active in her life or very curious about her life. If I'm remembering correctly, he didn't even call her or visit her when she got into that car accident. Now, she's used to this from her dad, but Raj really wanted to meet her dad and get his blessing. And so, when she tells him that he's not going to be there, it's going to break Raj's heart. I just wish I could give him the family dynamic that he has. He left that to be with me. I know it's not the same, but he has her like, where are your family? I know. And that's where things end with them. It looks like in the next episode, Mallory's family comes to visit and he looks like he has a breakdown. Like he's crying, hyperventilating, he can't speak. And I wonder what that's about. So then we have Catie and Josh. Josh gets to the bar for his stack party, and there are two girls, and they hand him an Amazon box and tell him to go to the bathroom and change into the outfit that they picked for him. He walks out in a red wig, a sequins dress, and red platform boots. And I'm sorry, he does not make a cute girl. I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was a Spice Girl outfit. Apparently it is. So, I didn't know this, but the UK version of a bachelor party is more like a hazing ceremony. That does not sound fun at all. Like, why would I want to get hazed before I get married? In the UK, it's more like hazing. It's more making the groom question his choice of friends. So, the girls ask him, "How's everything with Catie?" And he's like, "It's fine, but Kite did propose an open marriage." And they're like, "Oh my God, is that what you want?" And he's like, "I don't think so." And they're like, "Does she know?" And he's like, "No, not yet." And they're like, you should probably tell her before you guys get married. You guys have to be on the same page before you guys get married." And he's like, you know, I think you're right. So he plans on telling her tonight, like after the bachelor party. An open relationship just isn't something that I want. And if I haven't been clear enough already, I need to make sure that she understands that. So Catie and Josh get ready for bed, and he finally tells her that he wants a monogamous marriage. He wants to be committed to her and her only, and he wants the same in return. And the first thing she says is so he can't ever make out with anyone else ever again. Yeah, he just said that he wanted monogamy. Hello? Like just committing to you and only you and kind of looking for the same in return. And can we never make out with anyone again? And then she's like, what if we want to do a three-way? Like, what happens then? I mean, in the future, if that's something we both want, we can talk about it then. But right now, I want a commitment to one person and vice versa. Okay, me too. Yeah, we're on the same page. I mean, I'm a more open-minded person, but like, I'm happy to marry you. And then in her confessional, she says she doesn't really want to be monogamous and that she really likes to flirt. I don't have any doubts about him. It's more like I have doubts about how I'll act in that situation. Music. Like, I just love flirting. I've always loved flirting. They should not be getting married. Oh my God, I don't know. I need to make a song for this. Okay, I need to make a tune. Because I will be singing this so many times on the show. They should not be getting, okay, I have to think of a tune next. Thomas and Paola. Was anyone else super confused by the end of this episode? Because I swear she broke up with him. But then, in the preview for the next episode, she's in a wedding dress. So, we see them riding a bicycle. She's behind him, and they're bickering the entire time. Use two hands. You have to hold on to me. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. Oh my God. Oh no. It's hard for me. Hold it here. Use two hands. The problem is that you're using one hand. No, the problem is that you're using one hand. Okay, but my phone, if it's hard to hold on, then use two. You're not being safe, just hold on. You're on a bike and in the middle of a road. Listen, if you're having trouble holding on, then use two hands, okay? They finally get to a restaurant for dinner, and the scenery is beautiful. Well, they both look really nice. They're in white, and it's the night before the wedding, but they're not in the best mood. As soon as they sit down, he can sense something is wrong with her. He's like, what's wrong? And she tells him that he might not be mature enough for her because she wanted to take a car here because she's in a dress. Her hair is done. Her makeup's done, but he wanted to ride the bike there. Like, why? I'm wearing the A dress and I did hair and makeup and now I'm in the middle of the wind with my hair, all my hair. We didn't have fun riding the bike here. I told you let's drive and you say no bike, always your wheel. I thought it was a good idea to ride the bike. Sighs. Well, he disagrees because they saved money by riding his bike and she's like, oh my God, it's like $12. You can't pay the $12 for parking. And he's like, well, it's actually $20, but we saved a ton of money. Is this too expensive? Pay a $12. It's actually $20. He thinks Paula is too focused on consumerism, spending money, and isn't thinking about their future. She thinks he doesn't want to compromise at all, and he's forcing his lifestyle down her throat with no other option. And he doesn't let her be herself. And she needs more time. She doesn't feel ready to get married. She's also not ready to say goodbye to her family. She doesn't know what to do. But then her family's already here. They're expecting a wedding. She has her wedding dresses. Thomas tells her, you know what? You need to challenge yourself to do something new in your life.